Thank you for returning. We're going to get started on segment 3. In segment 3, in the battle of the 2016 PPM tools, we will be discussing the PPM Executive Command Center version 5.3. PPM Executive Command Center, abbreviated PPM-ECC, received Project of the Year from the PMI Atlanta chapter. The tool is capable of performing automated project management, program management, and project portfolio management. It's dynamic, robust, automated, and fully integrated, and it's designed for speed, simplicity, and self-confidence. In addition, it's capable of performing project portfolio management for any one of these SDLC methodologies: DMAIC, PMBOK, Waterfall, Agile, ITEL, Kanban. PPM Executive Command Center has a suite of integrated functionality. Performs earned value management. It automatically color codes red, green, yellow, has scoring alerts, has briefing books, has bookmarks for executives to streamline reports that they want to review on a regular basis so that they don't have to go access multiple systems. Okay, we're going to go into the scoring in the next slide. And again, it's designed for SSS, speed, simplicity, and self-confidence. This is a speedometer that we took out of the PPM Executive Command Center pertinent to management reserves. And as you can see, the scoring here. Worst case scenario is 0 to 2.5, which is red. Yellow is 2.5 to 5. 5 to 7.5 is green, and 7.5 to 10 is blue, which is where you would want to maintain your activity. The significance of the thresholds is so that you can gauge your actual performance in comparison to it, and then the system will automatically generate a score, and that's what you're looking at there with that red 0. So for this in particular item that was reviewed, the score is a 0. And just to go over this slide with you, the PPM Executive Command Center scoring considers the key variables such as actual performance compared to threshold metrics to generate a PPM ECC score 0 to 10. The application is automatically integrated with dashboard analytics to generate multiple charts, i.e. line, pie, bar, stack, and etc. The PPM Executive Command Center is integrated with 4 modules: the Strategic Roadmap module, the PMO Governance module, the Tactical Execution module, and the Continuous Improvement module, which we will be discussing. Module 1, Strategic Roadmap module. For those, C-level review for potential infrastructure changes designed to yield the highest investment return to the organization by increasing productivity to get products to market cheaper, quicker, faster, with higher quality, ultimately listening to the voice of a customer. Now in this chart down here, this is automatically color-coded, automatically established through the hierarchy. The little arrows here are prior month activities. So the prior month we were yellow, and now we've gone red here for the strategic roadmap. So we've gone, we're slipping there. So, and then PMO governance is in green status, tactical execution is in yellow status, and continuous improvement is in yellow status. Module 2, PMO governance. The central coordination of all projects in flight, i.e. portfolio, approved by C-level executives to determine policy, procedure, project lifecycle, artifacts, resources, roles and responsibilities pertinent to the tactical execution of projects in flight. Bridge to sponsors and stakeholders to ensure the satisfactory tactical execution of projects in flight. Top hierarchy structure for project portfolio management. Now, in PMO governance, what this is displaying is all of the categories that roll up into PMO governance. The pipeline of projects to be performed, the actual cost, the carry forward balance, software amortization, change requests, project and program original baseline amounts, management reserves, etc. Tactical execution. The application of the project management science to projects in accordance with the project management body of knowledge, PMBOK, and generally accepted accounting principles. And I say generally accepted accounting principles because you got to understand you're working with working capital, and if you don't understand what working capital is, well, that's a component of generally accepted accounting principles. Tactical execution. In tactical execution, we're focusing our attention on the project life and earned value management. And as you can see here, we have an illustration here of an Oracle EVM. So it's tracking your actual percentage complete, your plan percentage complete, your burn rate, your cost variance, etc. Continuous improvement. A formal review of the current state process for PMO governance versus the future state design after implementation of the PPM Executive Command Center. The quality improvement productivity is tracking, listening to the voice of the customer. So, in essence, when you go from your current state, which you may be using Excel, PowerPoint, you may be using some different applications, but the PPM Executive Command Center focuses the attention of the project program manager to the analytical function of their responsibilities. Now we're going to perform a live demo in the PPM Executive Command Center so that you can see its dynamic, robust, and fully integrated functionality. I've currently logged into the PPM Executive Command Center, and this is the bookmark page. This is the first page that you will see upon logging into the application. Now, the benefit associated with the bookmark page, it's like the internet. And like with the internet, when you want to review something, you can come back to it at any given point in time. Now, the beauty is that this allows sponsors, stakeholders, executives, core project team members to actually view customized reports that they bookmarked upon logging into the application. Okay, so if I wanted to look at a report that's currently in here, let's look at the strategic roadmap report right here. So this is the strategic roadmap report. It's actually breaking down the information. It has integrated graphics capability. Okay. So we're going to show you how you would actually send that to a bookmark. So let's go into the... So we're in the application, and currently we have it expanded, so I'm going to collapse it so you can see the full view. This is the PPM Executive Command Center version 5.3, and it's the dashboard analytics included. Okay. The first module is the strategic roadmap module as displayed in the PowerPoint presentation. Second module is the PMO governance. Third module is tactical execution. Fourth module is continuous improvement. So now this is a report that's been included. It's actually breaking down the PMO governance by the actual score and showing what portions of the application is scoring. And you have various reports that are included within the tool. Different types of charts, and this is all predicated on score, and it's telling you the dollar amounts for power generation revenue, power generation apparatus service revenue, power generation operating costs, and apparatus service operating costs. Now you can have a series of different charts included. But before we go into the detail associated with the tool, let's take a moment and tour. You have a main menu, and in the main menu you have bookmarks, you have alerts, you have dashboards, you have briefing books, balance scorecards, strategic initiative. It's also a document repository. You can customize reports, and you have administrative functionality. You have a submenu, and in the submenu, it depends on which module you're on, you're going to have various functionality also. In this case, we're on the balance scorecard, so the submenu has navigation, executive view, overview, performance measurement, notes, analysis, task, and these are related to building the actual application itself. You can have this information viewing on a monthly basis or on a weekly basis. So if I click here and I want to change it from monthly to weekly, very easily done. I just select the weekly. If I want to look at the information on a quarterly basis or an annual basis, I can do that as well. Okay? So let's continue with the tour as well. So if we go over here, this gives us the capability of exporting to any one of these functionalities that we so select. Briefing books to the printer, we can email it, we can do a full screen display, we can send it to Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Adobe Acrobat, and also MS Project. It's not displayed there at the current time. It depends on which features you hit. I know when you go into strategic initiatives, it will actually send that to MS Project. History. Snapshot view of anyone that is signed into the application, last one to make any changes. Great audit trail. Has a help functionality associated with it. And then at the same time, it gives you the capability to add a strategic initiative, a task, add a milestone. Now, just to let you see the functionality associated, let's go to tactical execution. And let's look at one of the projects that we have down here. So we can let you see how the scoring works here. Let's select one of these. So let's discuss the business objects actual percentage complete, so you have a clear understanding of how the speedometer dialing and the actual performance versus the thresholds works. So let's scroll down, and we're looking at actual percentage complete. So it's showing me how we're trending month to month, and again, this can be converted to weekly or quarterly or annual, right? And then it's like a dynamic chart, but right now we're at the tip of red. So you can see in October of 2016 we're at 67.5% complete, but we're at the tip of the red, and it's a red performance measurement right there. That's all integrated within the application. So pay attention to where the dial is at the current time. So right now we're at the tip of the red, right? So let's move it over to the green side just for demonstration purposes, and I'm going to make note that it's at 67.5%, so it doesn't alter. I can convert it back to that metric. So let's say we want to make it green, and we are at let's say 71% complete, and we save. Notice the dial has gone into the blue category, but we wanted to make it green, so let's go back in here and let's go 68.5 out of curiosity, see what that does. No, 69.5. Now you got a feel for how the dial changes, etc. Now there's another application that you can actually import so that it can do the automatic computations. Now, the beauty of the PPM Executive Command Center is this. It actually does all of your earned value management computations for you, automatically color codes it, and automatically scales it. So if we take a look at Oracle EBM for release 1, right, and we want to know how we were performing. So this is the performance metric, this is the perspective, and this is the objective level. So if we go down here, it automatically color codes all of my KPI metrics, my burn rate. That's a score of 9.7, but I know I'm performing well there. My Oracle actual costs. It's a 0. That's something that definitely needs to be looked into. Okay? So in this quick tour, we're going to show you the hierarchy structure and how expediently you can determine how your portfolio is performing. If I go up here to the top level and I click on this red exclamation point, it will actually show me everything that's within the portfolio that's red. If I go down to the next level and click the red exclamation point, it will only show me what's red within the strategic roadmap. And same holds true for PMO governance, tactical execution, and continuous improvement. So let's move on here. I can switch over to navigation, and you've seen the navigation view earlier. Right? This is not anything to, but whatever level I click on, it's showing me the navigation for that level. So we talked about PMO governance in the PowerPoint deck, right? And here you can see here, it's the pipeline, it's the actual cost, it's the carry forward balance, software forecast, change request, etc. Tactical execution, continuous improvement, and in continuous improvement, we're working with quality improvement, productivity. Okay? So let's go down here and look at something else. Executive view. So when we go into executive view, and you have the capability of putting notes over here as well. So I can add a note here and say, new note, 2016 Battle of the PPM Tools Memo. Save it. Okay, so now see how it's inputted an A there. So if I click on that A, it's telling me the note, it's showing me the note. Now you can have this established for cross-functional communication. Development can have their own notes location. Q&A can have their notes location, etc. So it can act as a centralized repository, so you don't have to, your staff does not have to send, a couple of hundred or potentially thousands of emails back and forth, where you can get your team disciplined enough to actually look at the central repository for the collaboration. So if you click these pluses over here, it'll actually expand and automatically color codes. The automatic color code is generated all the way throughout the application. So if we go back up here, and we were in the overview earlier, we're going to move out of the overview. We're going to go to a performance metric report. It's actually showing me the performance metric trend for August, September, and October. I go down here to notes, that note that I just put in, depending on what level you're at, it's going to show you the notes for that level. So that can act as a central repository. That's notes. If we go here to analysis, within the application there are canned reports. I want to go down here to this one because I like this feature here. because it actually generates the numbers associated with what you're looking at, right? So $710,000 for power gen revenue, and it's green, so they're performing well, and apparatus service revenue is red, and it's at $790,000, right? So that's something for me to look into. And again, if I click the red exclamation points at the appropriate level, it's going to tell me what the problem is, right? Task. You can go over here and add tasks to whatever level you want. And then this will actually post in MS Outlook. Okay, so let's go back over here. Let's go to the main side of the menu. You can also establish alerts within the application. So let's go down here and let me show you that. Let's go to Earn Value Management. Let's click on one of these performance metrics here. Let's go to Overview. I go down here and I can actually establish an alert based upon score change. I can establish alert for score change, performance measure value change, or notes added, etc. Right? So if I wanted to see what the alerts look like, I could go up here. Now you can see the alerts that have come through thus far. Right? And if I wanted to see all the alerts that I have established under my login, right, it can display that as well. Okay, so automatically, if my score, if I want to be notified when my score hits a 3, right, well, I establish an alert. Automatically goes to my inbox within the application. Let's go down here to briefing books. Are like today's PowerPoint. Briefing books, you have to look at it from the perspective of presentation functionality. You can set your slides up in the same sequence that you would prepare a PowerPoint presentation deck for your sponsors or stakeholders. I've just flagged this charting here within briefing books for demonstration purposes, and this chart is actually displaying its Oracle actual cost for release 1. It's in the red, but the comparative analysis, it's showing a comparative analysis to the Oracle actual cost, the Oracle plan value, and the Oracle earn value for release 1. And it's showing, the dotted line is showing how each respective color is trending. Very neat feature. So all of this functionality is integrated within the tool once customized. Okay, so then I have all sorts of briefing books prepared in here. Capacity planning, continuous improvement, project status reports, dynamic. I want to show you that, and then we're going to close the demonstration down. Please feel free to reach out to Team Exec for a 1-hour demonstration at no cost, but it's only provided to PMO governance teams. We don't do one-offs. Okay, but let me show you a dynamic project status report. This is a dynamic project status report. Now, what makes this dynamic is the fact that if I click on some of these objects, it will actually take me to the detail associated with that. So if you didn't see what I did, let me take it back one level. And what I did was clicked on one of the scorecard objects. And again, I'm going to do it for you right here. For EVM here. And it's taking me to the Earn Value Management for Release 1. So I can actually scan this and see the detail here for all of the Earn Value metrics. I can see if there's any notes applied, etc. Okay, so basically that covers the high-level demonstration of the PPM Executive Command Center. Very dynamic, robust tool built on the premise of PMBOK. automatically makes your computations for you, automatically color codes them, automatically scales it within the application, providing your project managers and your program managers with more time for analytical thinking, as demonstrated in the presentation by Dr. Harper. The trending associated with the failure rates associated with projects is significantly high. The PPM Executive Command Center is based on the premise of quality productivity improvement, and it performs it on a continuous level for your organization. Thank you very much, and I appreciate your time in allowing us to provide this demonstration to you.